Hi, everybody, and thank you for coming back to either watch or listen another episode of our podcast. I am Bree, and I am here with my co-host Ashley,
Hi.
and we are the Sinister Sisters. Yay! And
Some bad
that is all I
bitches.
have. Okay.
Okay. Okay. So I hope everybody's having a great day today. And your guys' support means everything to us. If you're here listening, supporting us, and growing with us on our journey, we appreciate you. Okay. So our disclaimer. We are not professionals. We may not have every detail perfectly accurate, and we are not claiming to be professionals. We are simply two best friends who are deeply interested in true crime, strange and unexplained deaths, documentaries, conspiracies, and all the cases that leave us with more questions than answers. This space is meant for curiosity, discussion, and storytelling. If this is not your thing, feel free to scroll past. No hard feelings. You have free will to move on, and we will not even know. Again, we're not professionals. We also want to state that we mean no disrespect to individuals involved or their loved ones. If we mispronounce your names or their names or get any of the details wrong or incomplete, it is never intentional, and we truly apologize in advance. At this time, we have not reached to the point to where we interview people directly. So all the information we discuss comes from public available sources such as articles, reports, podcasts, and other online material. All individuals mentioned are presumed innocent unless proven guilty. Otherwise, in a court of law, any opinions expressed are for discussion and storytelling purposes only and should not be taken as factual conclusions. And that's our disclaimer.
Reworded.
Period. It was
You
about to
have to
go.
cover all bases.
It was about to go right into Law and Order.
Right. Right. I'm about to
Okay.
read the Miranda rights on this bitch. Okay.
No, for real. Let these hoes
Okay.
know. Um. So today is our missing persons case. Obviously, it's not Monday, but it will drop on a Monday. If you're listening today, you're just early. Hello, how are you? Um. So this is the playground ended in silence, vanished between sight and silence. The disappearance of Dulce. Is it Alves? Alavez?
I thought it was Alvarez, but I could be wrong.
It could be No, I think it's Alves. Alavez. It's Alavez.
Okay. Yeah, I knew I could be wrong. I wasn't 100% sure.
Okay. Dulce Marie Alavez was a 5-year-old from Bridgeton, New Jersey, born into a close but complicated family situation, shaped by young parenthood and shared caregiving. At the time of her disappearance, Dulce lived primarily with her maternal grandparents, along with her younger brother. Her mother, Neoma Alavez Perez, I'm not sure if I pronounced her name correctly. She was still a teenager when she had Dulce and was living nearby, relying heavily on her parents for support in raising the children. Dulce's father was not actively involved in her life and had been deported to Mexico prior to her disappearance, leaving her household centered around her mother, grandparents, and extended family in a tightly connected but crowded living situation. Despite the instability that often comes with multiple caretakers, Dulce was described as a bright, playful child who loved being outdoors and spending time with her younger brother. I still remember when this case happened.
Yeah. This is this is really like This is one I think about a lot.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing. Like, there's no leads or anything.
Nothing.
And it's really close to us.
Very, yeah.
And this was what, like 10 years ago maybe now?
September 19th.
Of what year?
I mean, September 16th of 2019, sorry.
Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, okay, so not 10 years yet, but
No.
yeah, this is crazy. And I have a lot of theories, but we'll get to it later.
Okay. On September 16th of 2019, the family's routine began with Dulce, her mother, and her brother, and a younger relative going out together. Before heading to the park, they stopped for ice cream, and a surveillance footage later confirmed Dulce alive and behaving normally during this outing. Afterward, they traveled to Bridgeton City Park, a public playground area surrounded by open fields and a nearby wooded section. Dulce and her 3-year-old brother ran off to play on the swings while her mother stayed in a vehicle with an 8-year-old relative, which was only a short distance away, but reportedly unable to maintain a clear line of sight to the playground due to the terrain and parked cars. Now, I'm going to be that mother, and I'm not trying to judge her as a mother, but I would have never let a 5-year-old and a 3-year-old just run away and not in plain sight. Like,
No.
honestly, you
Not
can
in
get
Bridgeton.
abducted in plain sight.
Right. It don't matter where you're at, but
Right.
Bridgeton also isn't the greatest area.
Oh, hell no. No. I'm not trying to judge, but I would never.
Right, of course.
Each their own, though. Within roughly 10 to 20 minutes, everything changed. Dulce's younger brother returned to the car, alone, crying and visibly upset. While Dulce was nowhere to be found, her mother immediately began searching the park, asking people nearby what they had seen. Witnesses' accounts later became central to the investigation, with some reporting that they observed a man approach Dulce and lead her away towards a red van parked near the edge of the park. The mother called 911 shortly after realizing her daughter could not be located, triggering a large-scale response from local police, state authorities, and eventually the FBI. Okay, so if you see this random man walking this child to a red van, so we're just going to keep letting it go? We don't care?
That checks out for the city.
Like, we just don't care that this child is just walking away with some strange man? And clearly, he just came out of the woodwork, literally.
Possibly, allegedly.
Yeah, you're right. The initial search effort focused heavily on the surrounding woods, drainage areas, and abandoned structures near the park. Officers canvassed the area, reviewed surveillance footage from a nearby business, and collected tips from the public. Dulce was last seen wearing a yellow shirt with a koala design, black and white patterned pants, and white sandals. Investigators quickly released an Amber Alert describing a possible suspect, a light-skinned Hispanic male, approximately 5'6" to 5'8", thin build with acne on his face, wearing a bright-colored clothing and seen leaving in a red van with a sliding door and tinted windows. Despite this detailed description, no confirmed identity was ever made public. As this investigation developed, evidence points centered around 3 main categories: eyewitnesses' accounts, digital surveillance evidence, and vehicle-related leads. Surveillance video confirmed the family's movements before arriving at the park, but did not capture the alleged abduction itself. Multiple witnesses provided statements about seeing Dulce with an unknown man, though descriptions varied slightly which is common in fast-moving, high-stress events, investigators also analyzed cell phone activity and conducted extensive searches of vehicles matching the red van description across multiple states. Hundreds of tips were followed, and search teams expanded far beyond Bridgeton, but no physical trace of Dulce was ever recovered. Over time, investigators have publicly stated that they believe Dulce was likely abducted by a stranger, though no one has ever been formally charged in connection with her disappearance. While several individuals were investigated and questioned, none were named as official suspects in a way that led to arrest. The lack of physical evidence at the scene combined with the brief window of time in which she vanished has left the case heavily dependent on witness interpretation and circumstantial leads. So before we get into it, I heard different things about like the mom or whatever. Like she wasn't watching and was just on her phone. And these are just things that were said. I'm not saying this is what the mom did.
Right.
So these are like different theories that were said. Or that she wasn't abducted, that they sold her.
Yeah,
There was
I heard that too.
Or they sent her to Mexico with her dad.
Mm-hmm.
That was another one.
Yeah, I heard the selling one as well. And this is all alleged, I don't know for sure, but I think I heard that she got a really big amount of money deposited into her account
Oh, yes.
during this time of her disappearance.
Yes.
So obviously people think like maybe she sold her.
Which,
Not saying that's what happened,
right.
but
That
was a theory that I heard.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's crazy if you sold your child.
Yeah. And then also they're relying on tips and stuff from people that were there, but well, it was a 3-year-old brother, right?
Yeah.
What's the 3-year-old brother gonna know?
Right.
Like, he's not gonna probably remember much. And why didn't you take the 3-year-old? I mean, I'm glad they didn't, but I wonder why it was just Dulce.
Right.
Interesting.
Right. That is very, very strange. Several theories continue to circulate around this case. The most widely accepted by law enforcement is an opportunistic, abduction by a stranger who was possibly watching the park and acted quickly when the children were briefly out of sight. Another theory suggests the suspect may have been familiar with the area and possibly targeted the known location that children played at frequently. There are also public theories involving miscommunication between witnesses and whether the child seen leading Dulce away was correctly identified, which I don't know if it was a child, but they said it was a man, but so that was weird when I seen that. None of these theories have been confirmed by investigators. Online speculation has also raised questions about whether multiple individuals were involved, but again, authorities have not released evidence supporting a coordinated abduction. Despite extensive investigation efforts, including interviews, forensic testing, surveillance review, and multi-state searches, Dulce remains missing. Authorities continue to treat the case as an active abduction investigation, and her family still pleads for answers years later. The most haunting aspect of this case is the narrow timeline: a child visible at a playground one moment and then gone within minutes, with only fragmented witness accounts and a vehicle description left behind.
I still think it's weird that she was the only one taken. You easily could have took the brother too, so what did you just want her for?
Right, because that's 2 kids.
And I'm sure there was other kids in this park as well.
Right.
I mean, I don't know for sure, but
I literally forgot to add in that money thing. Because that was, yeah. That was very suspicious.
yeah, I don't know what the exact amount was, but it was a big enough amount to be like, how did you get that money?
Right.
And also, wasn't she on the Dr. Phil show?
She was.
I didn't watch that episode, but I know she was on there. And to be honest, I have not seen anything recently about her. Like people, I haven't seen no like missing person posters. I haven't seen nothing online. I feel like it's gone very quiet.
Yeah. Hold on.
But that's the part I don't get is why did you just want her? That makes me think it was like a sex trafficking thing. But like you still could have took the boy. I'm glad they didn't. I'm just saying. I wonder what it was about just her that had to be taken.
So it was appeared that one widely shared false claim. It said that it was a false claim. That it was made that she made a $15,000 cash withdrawal immediately after Dulce's disappearance.
Oh, I can't talk too much right now. The dogs are fighting. Sorry.
If you've heard specifics such as 15, 35,000, or another amount, the information comes from unverified. So it could have been more than 15,000, if it's true. So that's very.
I mean, it's a good theory.
Yeah,
it's possible. I'm not saying that's what happened, obviously, but because maybe that's why it was just her taken and not anybody else. Maybe it was just a deal for just her.
Her mom was only 19 years old when this happened.
Right. So she must have been, 14 when she had her? Something like that?
She was 15, yeah. Yeah, she was 15. I think after hearing the multiple theories and things surrounding it, it just seemed weird. And I feel like the family does know what happened, respectfully. And I'm not trying to be disrespectful.
No, I mean, that's your opinion. I think that as well, a little bit. I don't know, I keep going back to why was it just her taken? Right. And it could have been like a Mexico thing. Maybe they did take her to Mexico, but I think people would have seen her and turned her in years ago.
Right. Right. I'm gonna add in all the things that if you know any information, if that's fine. Okay, if you have any information, even something that seems small or significant, authorities are asking you to come forward. Dulce Marie Alavez, I'm probably butchering her last name, I'm sorry, has been missing since September 16th of 2019. and investigators believe someone in the public may still hold the key to what happened that day. You can submit information to the FBI tip line primarily. The number is 1-800-225-5324. Select option 4, then option 8. You could go online at tips.fbi.gov, or you can contact the New Jersey State Police Missing Persons Unit at 1-609-882-2000 extension 2554, or the Bridgeton Police Department in New Jersey at 856-451-0033, or Cumberland County Prosecutor's Office at 856-453-0486. And you can also remain anonymous by submitting a tip at text Bridgeton to tip 411.
What's crazy about this too? I feel like you and I, being that we live so close to here, we've probably walked through here. And, you know, like you have the zoo in that area, if this is where the area was, if this is where the park was. But, like, she didn't scream or make a noise and nobody heard it.
Right.
So maybe she knew the person.
That's a good theory, too.
And trusted the person and went in the van. And then as from where she went from there, I have no idea. Because wouldn't you scream?
Right.
But I mean, I don't know, maybe he covered her mouth.
I'm screaming, yeah. I'm shouting.
Yeah. I don't know. And it was wide and broad daylight. It's just really weird. I feel like maybe she knew the person.
Yeah, she probably did, because you just walking away with somebody you don't know. Or she was never taught of a stranger danger.
That is true, because Mom was very young herself.
Yeah.
That is true, and she was young herself, Dulce. So, I mean, maybe she just felt comfortable. I don't know. Yeah, this one's crazy. It's been so long, and there hasn't been, like, one lead. Yeah. I just feel like if she was DEAD, we would have found her by now, right? It's been years.
It's been years, yeah.
Part of me thinks that she is alive.
Here.
But that is true, because there are cases where you don't find them until years and years later. I don't know. Part of me thinks the mom knows something. This is, okay, so I don't know for sure. This is just my thought, if I had to take a guess. Mom knows something. This was something for money. Maybe Mom, being young, was stressed out. And she possibly sold her.
Yeah.
Or the person who took her. Right. Or she knew the person that took her, and maybe she could be somewhere in Mexico, but I feel like it's been so many. I feel like we would have known that by now. Somebody would have known that. I don't know. And then there's always the unfortunate situation of, is this a trafficking case?
Right, because it is big.
Yeah.
And especially in, like, areas like that.
Yeah. So. And once again, Mom being so young, she was, like, eager for money, possibly, so.
Right.
And then again, you could have had the boy, too, but didn't take the boy.
Right.
I don't know.
These are good theories. I agree with what you said. And that's all I have for this case.
Yeah, this is a good one. I think about this a lot. Because like I said, we live so close. We live in the same state and almost county that this took place in. So, but I just feel like I haven't heard anything.
2 minutes away.
Yeah. I don't know. It's weird. You just vanish in broad daylight from a park, and you're never found again.
Right.
Weird.
Okay.
It's a shame.
It is.
Yep,
Well,
that's my thoughts. I think somebody knows something, and I think it's a family member. If I had a guess.
yeah. Because you never know. Like, it could be like maybe there was too many kids. If they lived that close with a whole bunch of family. Or mom just respectfully didn't want her.
Right.
Or maybe she was actually kidnapped and nobody knows.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying anything about the family, or these are just theories. We're not saying this is
Right,
what
I agree. I don't want to paint nobody to be bad. That's just
right. Because she
if
could
I
have
had
just
to take a guess.
she could have just been kidnapped.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
obviously,
hopefully she's okay.
right.
I mean, hopefully she's okay with somebody she knows or whatever. I just don't know why Mom went on Dr. Phil. I want to watch that, the Dr. Phil episode.
Yeah, we're gonna have to watch that because I know.
Yeah. Oops, sorry.
Okay, well that's what I have, and do you have anything else? Okay, guys. Well, thank you for listening, and remember, don't be a sad bitch, be a bad bitch. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.